All right, we're back from our break and ready to start the music. My name is Chris Teskey. I'm the program director at WAMU's Bluegrass Country in Washington, and I used to be at, thank you, it was funny, I was driving around today and I was behind a car with a Maryland license plate that had a Jamie Raskin sticker on it, and I felt like I was home. Anyway, this is a QR code. I know most of us know what this is. And this is the audience survey one, and it's around the campus all weekend. So please make sure you vote for your favorite emerging artist. And once again, thanks to all the emerging artists who participated today. And now we're going to get to the winner of last year's emerging artist. He was here last year. He was one of the winners of the Kerrville Folk Festival New Folk Competition in 2021. And he has a new live album called Live from a Living Room. So please make welcome back to Falcon Ridge, Sam Robbins.
What's up? How's it going? It's me and Nancy. Yeah. How are you? It's nice out, huh? Oh my God. New Hampshire's in the house? Hell yeah, I'm from New Hampshire. Yes. Yeah, it's nice, man. When I played here, the past 2 years I played here, it was like 95 degrees when I was on stage. The pictures of me playing, it was rough. Yeah, I have to say. And now the kids these days don't know how good they got it. Okay? The emerging artists these days. No, I'm kidding. I'm glad it's so nice. Yeah, I'm Sam. I'm really honored to be here. I'm really excited. This has been something I've been looking forward to for a long time. Like I said, I'm from New Hampshire, but I moved to Nashville a few years ago, and now I've moved back. But I lived in Nashville for 5 years, and I wrote this song about 1.5 years ago. I was in Nashville, and I had moved to this side of town that was really by this cool public park. And I found this public park. It was 5 minutes from the house. I went there, and it was by a river, and the river was mostly dried up and filled with trash. And there was a prison on one side, and then there was a job site where they were blasting gravel all day to make room for condos. So it was a thrilling and inspiring walk, and I wrote this song all in one day when I got home. Inspired by the piles of gravel from the condo site. Well, I'm standing in the sunlight in a public park in Tennessee, and I know the soft earth below has always made room for me. She's been carrying my weight for 20-some-odd years, and what have I given in return? I have lived in apartment buildings soaring high above the ground. I've seen clear water flow out from my tap somehow. But now here I am, just taking my time and taking a walk in the lights, when something blocks the sun ahead. And I thought it was a mountain, but it was just a pile of sand, towering so high, a 9-to-5 creation. And we tried to fit that fire in our hands, but what we build up as mountains are just piles of sand. Now this old river path, it ain't quite what it used to be. There's a job site on my right and a prison across the street. But through 4 rounds of barbed wire, I still see it clear as air. No matter what we build around it, this river ain't going nowhere. I thought it was a mountain, oh, but it was just a pile of sand, towering so high, a 9 to 5 creation. And we tried to fit that fire in our hands. But when we build up as mountains, are just piles of sand. Except when you're in New England. Da-da-da-da. And where they pave paradise and put up a parking lot with a pink hotel, boutique, and a swinging hot spot. Come on. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone? They pave paradise and put up a parking lot. Yeah, well, they pave paradise and put up a parking lot. Ooh, ba, 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 ba. Ooh. Empires fall, civilizations fade from view. I see it in the Sphinx missing nose and in cracked Roman statues. And if I can wake them up and ask what they believed, I wonder if they'd smile and say, yeah, we know what you mean. We thought it was a mountain, but it was just a pile of sand, one on top of the other through 1,000 generations. And we tried as it slips right through our hands. We keep climbing to the highest peak just to slide back down again. 'Cause when we build up as mountains, when we build up as mountains, when we build up as mountains, are just piles of sand. Hey, thanks. Oh, thanks, guys. All right, I have one more song whining about Nashville, okay? And then we'll move on from that. Yeah, I moved there in fall 2019, 6 months before COVID happened. And I remember I was moving from New England and I was living in Boston, and I was watching my music friends move to where the stars are made, you know, and move to where the big city is. And I was watching them every night play these cool songwriter bars and these cool venues all around the city, and I was wasting my life away up in New England. And I remember I wrote this song with the intention of nobody ever hearing it. After I played my first show, the day I moved there, I had a show booked at a venue I had dreamed of playing. And I got there, and it was just a gross bar. And the next week, I had another gig I had dreamed of playing, and it was just a grosser bar. And all of these successful people I had been watching online were just getting drunk at gross bars like every night. And I got home, and I wrote this fun little song, and I never intended to play it ever for anyone, but I made a short run of T-shirts with the chorus lyric on them, and I sold out in the first show of the T-shirts, and they've been my best-selling piece of merch, so now I play this song every time I can. This will be fun for you, Nancy, I think. For a while I thought that I'd missed my shot, and by the time I turned 25, everybody would have forgotten about me and my story, my songs and who I am. I'd fade into obscurity, another guitar-playing white man. I used to stand at the kitchen table and see the Rolling Stone cover stars who'd just turned 21, 6 or 7 Grammys in their arms. dreams. And that world seems so far from me. Graduating college at 23 while they're off living their dreams. Oh God, they must be so happy. But maybe it's all bullshit, yeah. And nobody knows what they're doing. And if I had millions of dollars or a million more fans, maybe it wouldn't change a thing about who I am. Da 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 da. Now I see it in the faces of my friends and my mom. Time takes everything. There's no use trying to hold on. But that doesn't stop some people from trying to cheat the clock, as if chasing after youth isn't just a lifetime of mourning. Oh, well, maybe it's all bullshit, and nobody knows what they're doing. And if I had millions of dollars or a Botox injection, maybe it wouldn't change a thing about who I am. I'm just a man born and bred in New Hampshire. Blonde hair, 6'1" 3/4. I'm not my songs, no. I'm not a brand, no. I'm not an image. Maybe it's all bullshit. Can you sing that back for me? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, so sweet. And nobody knows what they're doing. And if I had millions of dollars and everything I thought I wanted, maybe it wouldn't change a thing. No, it wouldn't change a thing. Maybe it wouldn't change a thing about who I am. Hey, thanks. Thanks. Man. I'm going to do a song that sort of touches in on that same idea. The breeze. Oh. Isn't it? This whole weekend is just like perfect, isn't it? Oh, it's crazy. Oh. I remember last year it was like 95, and then I was hosting a song circle over there in the gazebo, and there was a sudden like horrible thunderstorm. I was like, this weekend's going to be great. You got to get through me first. I'm gonna do a song I wrote that actually has special significance to this show, which I will get to. But I wrote this song when I was growing up in New Hampshire. I grew up in Portsmouth, and my parent, it's okay. Don't worry. I grew up in Portsmouth, and my parents aren't musicians. Nobody in my family does music really at all, and so I didn't really know what to like do. You know, like how do you get into music? And I had a cheap guitar and these little songs, and I went to a bar called the Press Room, and I played there. Yeah, oh my God, and I played their Tuesday night open mic, and then I went to a cafe called Crack Skulls in Newmarket, and I played there. You know Crack Skulls? You have a sticker for Crack Skulls? It's real. I'm not making it up. It's a real place. But I played the Crack Skulls Sunday afternoon open mic. And eventually I played so many open mics that these bar owners would book a 16-year-old. And it was a very exciting time in my life to be able to be in a bar. And they booked me for 3-hour gigs for $100, and you play in the corner, and you better play mostly Jimmy Buffett and like Motorhead. And I'm there, and it was my first time sort of getting out of my little hometown bubble. And I wrote this song. I get to travel around and I play for people who generally give a shit, but I'm grateful now I get to do that. But those days are not lost on me. And I wrote this song thinking about it. And it actually has special significance to Falcon Ridge because when I was 15, I was able to meet Adam Ezra, who's playing on Sunday. I've never told this story to any, this is not a public story. I've been waiting for this moment. Because I was 15 and I had 3 songs. And I met him at his show, and he took me backstage and listened to my songs for 45 minutes and gave me all this advice and help. Nobody knows this, all this stuff. He definitely doesn't remember me at all. And I've been waiting for the day that we are on the same bill. And finally, it has happened. Seriously, I was never going to ask, but I was just waiting on the day. This one's for Adam. I was booked at a biker bar up north. It was leather jackets and guns on hips. I whipped in my dad's red Prius. I was stuffed in a corner singing Fire and Rain when a Hell's Angel spun towards me. As he was limping over, I swore I was about to die. Then we talked for 20 minutes about his favorite songs from Sweet Baby James. His voice got softer and softer. It's pretty hard to hate someone when they're right in front of you. It's so easy to fall in love when you take the close-up view. When it's not a screen, it's a face, it's a heart, it's a name. It gets pretty hard to hate when you can really feel the flame, the fire behind everyone's pain. I was booked at a bright pink bachelorette where they wished I was a stripper. Drunk women barking, won't you play Michael Bublé? I love having sign language on this song. I picked his saddest one just to be rude, but much to my surprise, one by one they started slowing down. And for 2 whole hours we sang and laughed as we watched the walls fall down. Now their faces got softer and softer. It's pretty hard to hate someone when they're right in front of you. So easy to fall in love when you take the close-up view. When it's not a screen, it's a face, it's a heart, it's a name. It gets pretty hard to hate when you can really see the flame, the fire behind everyone's pain. I gave Kathy a bag of chips by the side of the road. I saw the scars on her face as she said, did you know I used to be somebody? I used to be somebody. It's pretty hard hard to hate someone when they start to look like you. It's so easy to fall in love when their face reflects the truth that you can never quite escape. Good luck fighting off the flame, the fire it always remains. Oh, it's all the same thing. Do-do-do-da-da-da-do-da. Do-do-do-da-da-da-do-da. Hey, thank you. Man, I feel very chilled out. Do you feel chilled out? Just feel relaxed, right? You people under the tree up there, I know you're chilled out. Yeah. Look at them waving up there. Nice. Well, I'll do this song that I wrote about my dad. And like I said, nobody in my family does music really at all. And especially not my dad. My dad is a real New Englander mountain man. You know, he built a cabin on the side of a mountain and in New Hampshire, and he goes up there to read books alone. You know, it's that kind of a, you know. He's very shy, would never do this, no interest in music. He worked at a place called a Lobster Pound. Do you know what that is? Anybody? Yeah, it's like a lobster sort of processing. They pick them up off the boats. He worked there for 20 years, and my brother worked there for 15 years, and I worked there for 1 day. And me and my dad are really different, and this was the first song of mine that I ever wrote that sort of just came out of me in 15 minutes, unedited, as you hear it now. And it's exciting. It was exciting, and it was interesting, and I remember I was just crying, and it took me a while to decode it after I wrote it, which was really interesting. It's called Raining Sideways. I used to want to be just like you. I'd fail, and you'd know it too. I bought that wristband of your favorite team. I wore it every day for a year or two. I'd get so confused when those coaches would tell me, boy, you've got to get mean. I wonder if they said the same to you, and if you ever found out what that really means. And now it's raining sideways, and I'm missing your face. I wonder if you ever felt that way. Almost strangers, different in a million ways, but every day I see how much of you remains. I'll get to living up to you one of these days. Those hiking boots you bought me back when I was 15. The first and last time that I ever wore them was with you on the spine of Tuckerman's Ravine. When I told you I couldn't do it anymore, I wasn't a man like my grandfather. I couldn't fight the Korean War. And you told me that that was alright, that no man grows up to be his father if his father raises him right. I wanna believe that I could be like what's come before me, a faded photo on the wall, a thread running through us all, on the shoulders of 100 men. All I am is pieces of them. All I am is pieces of them. Hey, thank you. I was going to do a cover here. Can I just do another one of my songs? Is that okay? You guys can handle it. Yeah. I just recorded an album a week and a half ago. It was me and a few people. It was produced by Seth Gleer, who I think has played. Has he played? So it's kind of like a piano guitar album. It's really cool. And I worked really hard on this song. I wasn't going to play it, but I want to play it. If you sign up for my email list back there, you'll be the first to know about the album. And my Patreon already has an exclusive track to it that they've heard. But I was in Tennessee, and I had an interaction at a Target that inspired this song. It's called So Much I Still Don't See. Stuck in line behind Gladys at the grocery store, smiling as she shows me a new doll for her granddaughter. Dark skin, hair curly. Oh, there's so much I still don't see. I grew up on the classics, tales of heroes and love. A pale ocean reflecting what I could become. Superman, the president, a father, a family. Oh, there's so much I still don't see. Yeah, there's so much I still don't see. And it's easy to say, sit back down, come on in, the water's fine. It's easy to say we've reached the higher ground when your face looks like mine. Times have changed, but they're deep in me, 'cause there's so much I still don't see. Oh, there's so much I still don't see. I ran off the road a few months back, breathed a sigh of relief as those lights flashed past. They stepped out and smiled, strolled right up to me. Oh, there's so much I still don't see. Yeah, there's so much I still don't see. And It's easy to say, sit back down, come on in, the water's fine. It's easy to say we've reached the higher ground when your face looks like mine. Times have changed, but they're deep in me, 'cause there's so much I still don't see. Yeah, there's so much I still don't see. And just look at me, a Yankee to the core. Thought I read Martin Luther King, learned about the Civil War, but it all seems so distant, so hard to believe in the million little strings connecting them to me. 'Cause there's so much I still don't see. Yeah, there's so much I still don't see. Oh, there's so much I still don't see. Thank you. All right. Don't clap yet. I love it. Give it up for Nancy. Come on. Yeah. This is so fun. I just have a few more songs. And then South for Winter is on, I know, right? Very exciting. This is a song I wrote when I was in college. This was the first song of mine that anybody actually liked. And I remember it very well. And it was written... I was listening to a lot of classical music and musical theater, and which is kind of out from my wheelhouse. And I was sitting in my apartment in Boston, and I remember this melody just sort of came to my brain. And I thought for sure it had been in one of those musicals I had been listening to. And I listened back to all of it, and I couldn't find it. And I thought, God damn, did I write that melody? I have to make a song with this melody. And I had just gotten out of this long relationship with someone, and I had met somebody new, and this melody was in my head, and this song sort of just appeared. And the melody is... And so I wrote Remind Me. I told myself not to fall in love, and I haven't yet. I'm still so young, there are so many people I just haven't met. So when I saw you, and you saw through to the heart of me, I turned around, I walked downtown and tried to see you with objectivity. I didn't want to look too hard, I didn't want to see too far, I didn't want to know who you are, I didn't want to like it, I didn't want to say your name, standing on your fire escape, watching all the good stars fade, like the ghosts behind me. I told myself she's nothing new, just a pretty girl, a radiant light who always finds time to watch life unfurl. But when you kissed me and I had to leave, I wasn't lying. I'm thinking maybe I'm just good at searching, not finding. No, I didn't want to look too hard, I didn't want to see too far, I didn't want to know who you are, I didn't want to like it, I didn't want to say your name, standing on your fire escape, watching all the good stars fade, like the ghosts behind me. 'Cause you don't remind me of back home, you don't remind me of my old needs, you don't remind me of what I know of love, you remind me of what it means. You don't remind me of my mother, you don't remind me of my last girl, you just remind me maybe it's a big wide open world. I didn't want to say your name, standing on your fire escape, watching all the good stars fade, like the ghosts behind me, and you don't remind me. Thank you. Thanks, guys. All right. All right, everybody. We're coming up towards the end, okay? It'll all be over soon. But South for Winter is extremely exciting. They have 3 people, okay? They have a whole van. It's very exciting. So I really only have time for one more. So what do you want? I have a song. What do you want? What a thing to ask an audience. So I have a song, a sing-along song. No, she says. All right, raise your hand if you want upbeat sing-along song. The other choice, the other choice is the song I won Kerrville with, sort of heavy political song. That is what you want? No. All right. I love you, Falcon Ridge. Sorry, everybody, that didn't vote for that. Yeah, I'm Sam. Thanks to Ann for having me. Can we give it up? Come on. Thank you. Yeah, this is a serious honor to be here. I had such a great time last year, and so it's great to be able to share more of myself with you guys. And again, give it up for Nancy. Come on. Yeah. And this whole crew, I mean, this whole sound, like, talk about pros. Oh, these guys know what they're doing. But yeah, this is a song I wrote that, again, I never intended anybody to hear. Oh, and one thing, I'm doing a signing after this over at the merch. So form an orderly line, okay? I'll be over in the merch tent if you want to get anything, or sign up for my email list, or I have T-shirts that say maybe it's all bullshit. I have koozies. I have T-shirts that say my name. I have a Patreon sign up there. I have vinyl. I have it all. The email list sign-up's the biggest one. If you want to go over there and sign up, it'd mean a lot. There's an interaction with a Christian songwriter I had in Nashville after a show, and I went and friended him on Facebook, and that inspired this song. It's called Saying Amen. You've got light blonde hair, skin like mine. Married in 1990, 2 kids by 95. A Bible by your bed. You swear Jesus knows your name, but don't think he doesn't see what you post online every day. Yeah, you say you love the good book, so why don't you take a good look at yourself? 'Cause there are people going through hell that we can't understand. Why don't you care about them? So go on, keep on saying amen. You asked for it at the end. Yeah, you got a good job now, and you got there with your own hands. It's real easy to preach it when you don't have to understand that it's not saying your life's been easy or that you haven't worked for your blessings, but it hasn't been made harder by the color of your skin. And you say you love the good book, so why don't you take a good look at yourself? 'Cause there are people going through hell that we can't understand. Why don't you care about them? So go on, keep on saying amen. Amen now. Amen for my trans friends, brave for being alive. Amen for the Bible and for Jesus Christ. Amen for the women who shouldn't have to fight for their rights. Amen for the millions who don't know they're on the same side. Amen. Say you love the good book, so why don't you take a good look at yourself? 'Cause there are people going through hell that we can't understand. Why don't you care about them? So go on, keep on saying. Go on, keep on saying. Go on, keep on saying amen. Thank you guys so much. I'm Sam Robbins. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'll be over there if you want to say hi or sign up or anything, and I'll be playing other things around. Thank you so much for being here and listening. Thanks, guys. I played a lot of those shitty bars, so thanks.